for you is, what was your relationship like with Vader, in and out of the ring?
I had a really good relationship with Vader. Vader came in, and he kind of, I don't want to say the word humbled, but Vader was not the same Vader that you hear stories about, like in WCW and in Japan. I think I think Shawn broke Vader like immediately. They worked, and I think I think Vader might have been a little snug with Shawn, and Shawn let him hear about it. But he was always very creative. His work was, really solid.
Athletic.
And, yeah, athletic he was a big man. And tell you a horrible rib though. He came in and he was, I even like saying things like this, but a lot of times people would be extremely intimidated when they had to work with me. And he was one of them. Like he
Really?
didn't want, he'd already had his little run in with Shawn, and he didn't want it, he didn't want two strikes, right? So, he was, he took the wrong person to be a confidant with. Like he had chose Bradshaw to, run ideas by, and what do you think, Taker, think about this? And well, Leon, bless his heart, I appreciate the thought, but he had the idea. I think we were going to work at it was a Royal Rumble. We were going to work against each other. And he had the idea that he would drop me, and I'd be laying down selling, and he was going to go up to the top rope and do the not the inward like the Vader bomb, but the moonsault kind of deal. Mm-hmm. And he thought it would be a great idea if I set up, and then as he came off, this is an easier way to describe it. I think the finish that Shawn Michaels and I did.
Okay. Yep.
Where he went for the moonsault, I caught him.
Yep.
Boom! I give him the spike. Leon wanted to do that with me and him.
He's about what?
For
about say two bills bigger than Shawn.
Two and some change, right? Or four and some change is what he actually weighed. So he tells Bradshaw this, right? They were driving for some town to another, drinking beer. Of course, John being John, he's like, oh, Taker's gonna love that. Yeah, John actually reminds me a lot of you in the shit disturbing kind of part of things. Anyway, he just, they're drinking beer and they're riding in town. You gotta tell that he's gonna absolutely love that. And he now Leon's getting right. He's like, really? You think he'll go for it? He goes, oh, you kidding me? I know him. I know he's gonna love it. So next day we're at the venue. I'm sitting in my dressing room, and just kind of got my stuff spread out. I'm just sitting at a chair, wasn't gonna be on for a while. Here comes Leon. Leon comes into the dressing room, grabs a folding chair, sets it down. Right in front of me, like just like no space awareness at all. That's how close we are. And he's like, "Look, I've got the great finish for our match." I'm like, yeah. What do you got? And he was so animated and so excited about it. He goes, "Okay, boom, I drop you. I may even hit you with the Vader bomb, right?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, all right." He goes, after I hit you with a Vader bomb, I don't pin you. I get up and I go to the top, and then I go for the moonsault. But before I hit the moonsault, you set up. And then as I'm floating as I'm doing the back, you catch me. And boom, we go right into the tombstone. When I'm sitting there. It's quiet now. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, wow, I'm thinking to myself, wow. Now John is in the room. John is in the dressing room. He's kind of a little bit further down. He's the one that actually told me how this went, because I hadn't looked up yet. But I guess Vader, so he's facing me, but now because I ain't looking up, I hadn't said anything yet. Now he's looking back at John and John is going, and finally it's like, well, what do you think? I sat back and I looked at him, and then I just got up and walked out of the room, right? I didn't say a word. He's sitting there like, John said, he turned back to me and he was like, what happened? And then of course, Bradshaw being Bradshaw, he goes, he loved it. He's going to tell Vince right now. Oh my God. I was like, that would have killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have crushed you.
Oh, yeah. No, I would have broke everything.
Torn every...
Yeah, but minus that one creative...
And he would have landed on his head.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no way I could have protected him. No. I mean, I would have had to have hurt myself worse to protect him. And, but, I mean, other than that, I mean, he had good ideas, and, man, he could go. I mean,
yeah, he was a heck of a worker.
Yeah, he could go for a big guy, man. For any guy, he was good.
Yeah, his gimmick with the helmet, and all that stuff.
Over huge in Japan.
Yeah, that was awesome. Cool. Yeah, I love Vader stories.